Shefik Macauley is an executive producer and host of the national radio show Invocation. And as white nationalists say, they feel emboldened by the presidency of Donald Trump. Shefik actually spoke to us about race relations 1 year after Charlottesville.
Well, there's definitely a shift in thinking that these sort of groups exist. And now it's more important than ever that we kind of combat their efforts. Their white nationalist supremacists, they have a need to be heard. They feel that they want to be heard. It needs to be done in a non-aggressive manner. We need to sit down with these groups to really find out what is their objective. We realize they say white supremacists, things like that. But some of them have also said that they also want to be heard. And what does that really mean to be represented? We have blacks on the other side. We have other Latinos, other minorities that also want to be heard. But what is the fear that they have, these white supremacists, these sort of alt-right groups have, that we can't reconcile for them? So I just want to state that there are polls that have been going on throughout the past year. And the race relation polls have stated that there's 57% worse than they were before Trump took office, which is very vital statistic that people really need to understand. So even though we had the president, who's supposed to be our commander-in-chief, our leader of the country in general does not agree with what he's saying. And we have a very difficult political system where we have to do things by the law, by a constitution. So it's not very easy to combat what the president says on a political level. So that's why we need a strength in numbers when we come to our elections, midterm elections, and also in the upcoming presidential elections. People need to come in mass and support their own ideals that sort of combat these hate groups. Our fundamental right that we have in the United States is freedom of speech. So I'm not going to necessarily say that they should not be heard, but it should be done in a respectful manner. The country is founded on very different ideals. There's very different religions here, creeds, ethnicities, nationalities, things like that. So it's very important that we sit down in a cohesive manner and really kind of sit down and really figure out what are we trying to achieve as a collective unity in this country. So I'm not going to say that they should not be heard, but they should be respectful of other people in that manner. And having riots and things like that, killing people at these riots is not the way to go.